ourselves due east from our nation's capital at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. A few minutes ago, it sounded like the 4th of July on the National Mall as the hometown Redskins were introduced to this sold-out crowd. They are set to go as their guys will match up. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line, with the Philadelphia Eagles. Foles. And complete to Zach Ertz. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up, because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now the rookie from Notre Dame, it's Josh Adams. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. Here's Foles. Now he's going to go up top over the middle. And this will be caught at the 30. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
They'll run on first down. Adams about 3 yards there to the 27.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up, because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd down now, Adams. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Now Foles. Ertz has it left side. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
And Elliott puts this one through. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead. So our initial drive this afternoon results in 3. Not sure that that's a statement necessarily, but getting points on the road, never a bad thing.
You're exactly right about that. I love how you framed it, right? Not sure it's a statement, but at the same time, you're putting something out there, aren't you? Letting them know, hey, we came to play today.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Washington Redskins season has been an interesting one. Who would have predicted that the way this year has gone for them, they would still be in the hunt for a playoff spot in the final weeks of the year? Nobody.
No one. How could you?
Josh Johnson at quarterback, Charles.
Yeah, his 12th NFL team. Hadn't thrown an NFL pass since 2011. And what if he became the guy to lead Washington into the playoffs? No one could have written this script. Offensive line totally rebuilt multiple times this year. And how many times on the negative side did you say that's a really consistent team? But on the positive side, that team battles.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Back live, Charles Davis to my right. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Redskin football to begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a first down.
Here we go.
Back to throw. Johnson. Crowder's got it over the middle. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8
Here
yards.
we go. Red 38. Red 38.
Off the bootleg. Johnson. And he finds the tight end, Reed. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Let's go. Red 38. Red 38.
Here's Johnson throwing on first down. This one caught by Crowder. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. And give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Buying time to his left. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Let's go. White 90. White 90. Check safety. Check safety.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here.
Here we go. Red 38.
Now Johnson from the gun, he'll throw. And Reed with it over the middle. Well, he's taken down, but not before picking up the first thanks to a flashy little spin move. And that'll be enough to keep the drive moving forward. Another first down on the pickup of 5 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Here we go. Red 38. Red 38.
Johnson on first down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. It's a 4-yard pickup, and it's a 2nd down.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do, because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted but it winds up falling incomplete. Well, prior to that, he had hit his first 6 passes to start the game, so on a nice little run to begin.
It feels like this offense has carried its dress rehearsal into the game. You know, because you do practice it, you do go through it, and in this case, it is clicking exactly like they drew it up.
Looking to throw. Johnson. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. Redskins with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Here we go. White 90. White 90.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. The loss of 3 on that first down pass play, now 2nd and 13.
Here we go. White 90.
Johnson now operating from the gun. His throw caught right around the and his 3rd down at timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive, and now they face a 3rd and 3 here.
Here we go. Red 38. Red 38.
From the gun, Johnson. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Chances are good he's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a 3rd.
I think they put this defense on notice that could be a really, really frequent combination. So now on 4th down, the Redskins will hand things over to their kicker, Dustin Hopkins. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And Hopkins' kick is good. And that will knock things up here late in the first half. So they get the field goal, but that was a 14-play drive to get 3.
It's not like you're going negative on them.
I was.
Sounds like you're thinking the 3 is just not that good.
And people say that we're negative sometimes. So.
Well, here's the deal. Getting the 3 is good. Obviously, you would think on a 14-play drive you're going to get 6 out of it. But that type of a drive can pay dividends later on because you might wear the defense down.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Philadelphia getting the football back here. And when you discuss the Eagles this season, it seems like every week we kind of go back and forth. Hey, they're done. They're still alive. They're done.
They're alive.
And that Week 15 win, I don't think many people saw that coming against the Rams in L.A.
I will guarantee many didn't see that coming for a couple of reasons. One, Philadelphia was coming off of a bruising battle that they lost in overtime against Dallas, where Dallas ran, I believe, 90-plus plays against them. That's hard to bounce back from, yet they did it. Also, the Rams were coming off a game where they didn't play really well on the road against Chicago. We all expected them to get back in form at home. So, no, not many people saw that coming at all. Give Philadelphia credit. They've kept themselves alive for a possible playoff spot and a chance to defend their Super Bowl championship.
So we've reached halftime at a low-scoring affair, just a pair of field goals. 3-3 is our score. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go. White 90.
The third quarter starts with a run by Peterson. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
They run again with Peterson. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Here we go. Red 38.
First down, here's a run with Peterson. So he got free of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Let's go. What? 90. What?
Down at the 48-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first, a little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
Come on, let's go. Red 38.
Here's Johnson on 1st and 10. Eluding the pressure right. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain.
Here we go. What? 90. What? 90.
Handoff comes to Peterson. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It'll be a loss of 1, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well.
Red 38. Red 38.
They'll run it. Here's Peterson. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. He needed 2. He got 1.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. Back now at FedEx Field. It's been a tight, low-scoring affair thus far. 3-3 is our score heading into the 4th. They'll begin here with Adams. And he will lose yardage here back to his own 6. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Jeffrey reels it in over the middle. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker. Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work, and that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a first down.
What we got?
On first down, Adams. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Go!
He'll look to throw. Jeffrey breaking the tackle. Looking left side, he's got it. Complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. They go play action here on first down. It's complete to Golden Tate. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That goes for a gain of 31. March.
Got to feel good about what they've just gotten done, and now feel really good about what's in front of them.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They'll run on first down. Adams. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Redskin defense, as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. They'll run again with Adams. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. The Redskins looking for another timeout, and they get it, as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. Back to 3. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. A carry for Adams. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. So it looks like somebody may have forgotten the snap count, and a 5-yard penalty ensues. Things made a little more difficult after the false start as they try again on 2nd and goal. Maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. And a stoppage here, a timeout before this third down play takes place. As they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. They've been so good on third down all day long. Can they convert another here on third and goal? He'll drop to throw. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. This defense so strong all afternoon long. Well executed again there.
This is a group that really functions well off of each other. No matter what the assignment, the other person fills in the exact proper spot. They've made it very, very hard for them to find open places to throw the football.
And the kick by Elliott is good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. So he's able to come through in a hostile environment, and you'd have to imagine that's the game winner.
Yeah, how about that? And the way that this game's gone, you think they really wanted to get to overtime and take their chances there? They wanted to get this thing done. You want to knock it down, get it done, and go home.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. Marshall now, the return. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Now the Redskins offense, they get set to go back to work here. Look at the clock. Everyone knows the situation. Probably time here for one final play.
And we know what that play is going to be. It's got to be some sort of Hail Mary, throwing it towards the end zone and hoping someone can catch it or catch it off of a tip. Think back to 2015. Didn't we see Green Bay pull that off twice in the season? Once in the regular season, once in the playoffs. So stranger things have happened. It'd be interesting to see what the defensive strategy is about who they put on the field to try and knock that ball away.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So after all of this, it comes down to one final play.
And just think of what it's going to be, because from this distance, you've got to be prepared for everything. Hook and laterals, tip balls, you name it. A lot of laterals after a catch. Just got to be prepared, stay on your feet defensively, and tackle someone.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we sign off from Landover.